So what is going on, guys? I am BLACKOUT Amazing. Welcome back to another zombies. Well, is it a zombies? Kind of. Welcome back to another Black Ops 4 video on the channel, where today I'm going to be making a video on 10 skins that I and, well, you guys as well, want to see in Blackout. As always, if you enjoyed the video, you guys know what to do. Drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. Here we go. So we know that Blackout is basically a battle royale game mode that is coming to Black Ops 4, and we were told by Treyarch that this mode is going to include 10 years worth of maps, characters, weapons, items that we've seen throughout the Black Ops universe. So everything from Black Ops 1, 2, 3 and 4 is going to be included in the Blackout mode. So for example, we might have 1.0 Nuketown as one of the areas in the battle royale map. We then might have, let's say, the RCXD as an item we can use from Black Ops 1. We also might have the rotor drone or the quad rotor, whatever it was called, from Black Ops 2, and then some weapons from Black Ops 3. I didn't really play BO3 multiplayer, but we could also see things from zombies as well. Maybe Kino der Totem might be an area. We know we're also going to be getting vehicles, land, sea and air, and we are also going to be getting different characters that we've seen over time throughout the Black Ops universe. I'm not sure if they're going to include World at War. They didn't say that, they just said Black Ops. However, World at War is one of their games, so I'm not too sure about that. But I thought, you know what, it'd be an interesting video to make a top 10 characters, 10 skins that I would love to see in Blackout. So this is my top 10. And like I said, I also asked you guys on YouTube what characters and maps you want to see in Blackout, and you came back to me with your answers, so these are also yours as well. Anyway, coming in at number 10 is Mason. Mason was probably, if not the most famous character besides Woods in the Black Ops storyline. He appeared in the original Black Ops, he was a CIA operative and a retired Marine Force recon captain, and he was just a total freaking badass. I mean, we know that Woods and Mason have got this bond together, so Woods being one of my favourite characters anyway, we can't leave out Alex Mason. It's just a badass looking character, and I think just being able to play as him in Black Ops 4's Battle Royale would be really, really cool. However, I'm not exactly sure how these skins are going to work, because we've been told that it's going to be in first person. So how exactly are we going to be able to see our own skins if we are in first person? And also, if they're thinking of doing it how Fortnite does it, where the game mode's free, you don't have to pay to play, but what you can do is buy things like skins and equipment. Well, if let's say Alex Mason was a skin that you could buy, how exactly is that going to be useful to us if it's in first person? Unless it's like PUBG, where you can switch between first and third person, I'm not sure. However, we do know we are going to be able to play as Black Ops characters, and Alex Mason is one that I would really love to see. However, coming in at number 9 is the Mob of the Dead characters. I'm just going to put the whole crew in at number 9, all 4 of them, but if I had to pick just one, I think it'd be Finn O'Leary. I mean, the other characters, Sal, Billy, Al, are really cool, but for me, the personality of Finn, just how he was, and also the way he looks, the fact that it's Michael Madsen that also played him, I think he's just a really cool character. He's a total badass, and if I had to pick one, it would be him. But like I said, I want to see the whole Mob of the Dead crew in there. They're all really cool, they're all iconic, so for me that would be my number 9. Going further on down into this list, in at number 8, I have picked George. Now, George Romero from Call of the Dead, which by the way, we haven't been told that it's only going to be campaign characters. We've just been told that it's everything from the Black Ops universe, which includes zombies as well. And George was one of the coolest. I wouldn't have really called him a boss since we didn't have to fight him, but it was definitely a cool character that we got to interact with in zombies. He looks cool, he's very different from anything that we'd had before, with his director's light, the way he glows up. It's also the fact that he's really quite taller than your average character, so if they were to add him into Battle Royale as a skin, then they'd probably have to just make him smaller, so you're not at a disadvantage. But George from Call of the Dead, a great map, is definitely a character I would love to see. Going further on down to this list, and at number 7 is the man himself, Viktor Reznov. Viktor Reznov, the Wolf, the hero of Berlin, the Russian, whatever you want to call him, without a doubt a total badass. We've seen him all throughout our Black Ops storyline, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I don't think we saw him in Black Ops 3, I can't remember since that campaign was trash. But the most memorable scene was in World at War when we first encountered him in the fountain in Stalingrad. It was, he's awesome. And also we know that he's connected to zombies. We can find him in Gorod, not him specifically, but his name there. He had a role to play in that as well. I mean, Reznov, I know is a lot of people's favorite characters. In fact, for me, because there's so many awesome characters in the Black Ops universe, it's hard to pick between one, but he's probably definitely one of my top 3 favorite campaign characters. So if we're gonna pick anyone, Reznov has to be in there. I'm not exactly sure which version of him though, the version that we saw in Black Ops 2, the one that we saw in World at War, or the version of him that we saw in Black Ops. Maybe Treyarch could release different versions of him. I think that'd be cool, but Reznov's definitely gotta be on there. Moving on down into number 6 is, again, it's a group, but if I had to pick one character, it would be Misty. Basically, the transit characters, or as they should be called, Victus. But Misty, Samuel, Stuhlinger, and Malton, yes, we didn't really like them to begin with when we first had them in Black Ops 2, but as time went by, as we've gone through the comics, and now all the way through Black Ops 3, they've really grown on me, and actually makes me realise how cool these characters actually were. I think my favourite one is Misty for some reason. Luke, everyone's favourite character is Misty, right? So if I had to pick one character, also, you know, just because it's a girl, we don't really have many girls in here, but she's a really cool character. If I had to pick one, it would be Misty, but I'd love to see the whole transit crew return anyway. Samuel was awesome. Malton was a bit annoying sometimes, but he was pretty cool. And also Russman as well. If I had to pick one, it'd be Misty. Next on my list for characters I want to see in Blackout, in at number 5 is Menendez. Now this one kind of doesn't count, but it does because we've already seen Menendez in the Blackout trailer. If you go and check it out, you can actually see for a few seconds Raul Menendez seems to be jumping from a building or a helicopter in the trailer. So for me, that pretty much confirms that he's definitely coming to the game mode. We will be able to play as him, which is awesome because he's a character that I wanted to see anyway. He's a badass. The ending for Black Ops 2 when we killed him is so memorable. I can still remember it right now. Well, depending on which one you did, but the normal ending. And Raul Menendez was a really good villain. I mean, he's in the game anyway, so I don't really need to say much else. Further on down to number 4. Now this one's interesting, but I want to see the robots from Origins. Now I think Origins was where zombies changed up massively, or that's when we first started to see signs of it. This was the first time we had things like this on a massive scale in zombies, these giant robots walking around. Now you may be saying, Eli, well, we can't play as giant robots, which is true, but I want to play as these robots but scaled down, kind of how we saw in Shadows of Evil with the Civil Protector. It was basically a smaller version of the Origins robots. Well, him as a skin in Blackout. The Origins robots just the size of a normal character. Obviously just with their skins. They look really freaking cool. Plus a robot's a lot different than just being able to play as a human. I think they're going to add a lot of variety to this, but I think the Origins robots would definitely be really cool. Up next, and at number 3, I want to see the Shadow Man. Now, of course, there are 2 different versions of him. You can get his normal person, or you can get his Apothecon version as well. I would really love to see both. His Apothecon version is quite scary, so that'd be cool, but actually, how weird would it be if you're playing Battle Royale and then you suddenly see an alien, because that's essentially what he is, shooting at you? Would that work? I guess it would. It'd be a bit strange. But if not, even his normal character, the Shadow Man, is really cool. He's a villain that I definitely love to come up against, and also his skin is definitely something I would use. Moving on down into number 2 is Woods. Like I said, if we've got Mason, we've got to have Woods. Simply, in my opinion, this is the best character we've ever had in the Black Ops campaign, arguably throughout Call of Duty. We know in the Modern Warfare series we've had Ghost. A load of people love him, but in my opinion, Woods is the best campaign character we've ever had. I don't know, I just had a connection with him, unlike any other character. It would be really cool to see characters from the Modern Warfare series, like I said, Ghost, Captain Price, Yuri, those characters. I'd love them as skins as well, but Treyarch did specifically say they are things from the Black Ops universe, and obviously Modern Warfare isn't their game, so that wouldn't really make sense for us to play as them. However, it would be really cool. But Woods is at number 2, and coming in at number 1, you guys already know, it is the Premise crew. Specifically, if I had to pick one character, obviously Richtofen. My favourite crew, my favourite characters in zombies, Richtofen, Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey, all of them, I want all of them as skins in Blackout. And we also have different versions of them as well. We have the Primus and the original crew. Again, I want freaking both of them. However, if I had to pick one, it would be RICHTOFEN. Which version of RICHTOFEN though? I've gotten really used to the Primus version of him. He's, you know, a more nicer character. However, the older version of him was pretty cool. He was a bit sick in the head, but he looked awesome. But like I said, I want to see the badass Dempsey. I want to see Takio, who is, well, just Takio. I want to see the drunk Nikolai. I want RICHTOFEN. I want all of these characters in Blackout. Anyway, guys, there we go. Those are my top 10 skins that I want to see in Battle Royale. Let me know your 10 in the comment section below. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.